First things first, let's give all praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash, the blessings to the apostles and elders of Grimmel Stone. Shalom to all the true worshippers worshiping in spirit and in truth, to await the elect of the nation of Israel, which are you so-called Native Americans, Hispanics, Latinos, and you so-called blacks, are the true biblical Israelites. Also, the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast. Also, World War III is imminent. And most importantly, our big brother Yahweh Shai is about to make his return to exact judgment upon the wicked and to save his faithful, those that exercise their faith. And that is the name of this lesson. I was reading it would be edifying. Exercise your faith. As the quote says, for we walk by faith and not by sight. It is one thing to say you have faith, and another thing to exercise it, and not just when things are going good, because it is very easy to have faith in good times, but in the trials, the tribulations, those are the times when it is most important to exercise your faith. So, without further ado, we're gonna go into our first scripture, which is Matthew 8, starting at 5. It says, and when Yahushua was entered into Capernaum, there came unto him a centurion, beseeching him and saying, Lord, my servant lieth at home sick of the palsy, grievously tormented. And Yahushua said unto him, I will come and heal him. The centurion answered and said, Lord, I am not worthy. Lord, I am not worthy. Thou shouldest come under my roof, but speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed. Verse 9 says, give me a sec, please. Salakia. Alright, Salakia about that, I have a sore throat. Back to the lesson now. So, in verse 8, we read where the centurion told our Lord Yahushai that he was not worthy for Yahushai to come under his roof, but to just speak the words, so that his servant would be healed. And you can just imagine the surprise that Yahushai's face, which we will get into to prove that he was surprised by this or by the statement he made later on. Having met a man that had and was exercising such a level of faith to Yahushai, in Yahushai, exercising such level of faith in Yahushai, to believe he I don't believe that this man has ever seen Yahushua heal anyone by only speaking the word only. For something that is for someone that is miles away to be healed, and here he believed upon Yahushua immediately, that this could be done. Verse 9 says, for I am a man under authority, having soldiers under me, and I say to this man, go, and he goeth, and to another, come, and he cometh, and to my servant, do this, and he doeth it. When Yahushua heard it, he marveled. Yeah, he was surprised, Yeah, he marveled and said to them that followed, verily I say unto you, I have not found so great faith No, not in Israel. And I say unto you that many shall come from the east and west, and shall sit down with, wait, I think, let me see. Salakia, yeah. So the point is that the point is already been made, yo. We're supposed to stop at verse 10. Yeah, yo. The centurion exercised his faith, his belief. He wasn't just saying it. You know, he exercised his faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You know, and that's an example. As the scripture says, what was written aforetime were written for our learning. You know, these are examples that we should take to heart and live by. Yo. All right. Speaking of the word live, we're gonna go to our next precept, which is Romans 1, verse 17. It says, For therein is the righteousness of the Most High revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith, yo. How do you live by faith? By exercising, yo. Exercising your faith in your day-to-day life, in all the holy conversations, yo. You know? The word faith now, the word live, we're gonna go into it a little bit, you know, from the Merriam-Webster. So this is the definition 2. It says to continue alive. To continue alive, you know, to maintain oneself. So the word continue, when I use the word continue, you know, I did a search and I came across this scripture. This is Colossians 1, verse 23. It says, if ye continue in the faith, grounded, settled, and be not moved away from the hope of the gospel, you know, which ye have heard, and which was preached to every creature which is under heaven, whereof I, Paul, am made minister. You know, I could have started at 21 to give you the context that it's in. Let's see. And you that were sometimes alienated and enemies in your mind by wicked works, yet now hath he reconciled in the body of his flesh through death, to present you holy and unblameable and unreprovable in his sight. Yeah, so this is talking about Yahushua, what he did to reconcile us from our wicked works, yo. In other words, our unfaithful works, you know, works that were not examples of exercising our faith of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you know. And he reconciled us from that, yo, through his death, making us unblameable. But only if we continue in the faith. And as the word continue, we just see in Merriam-Webster, it goes back to the word live. You know, continue is to live. So live in the faith, be grounded and settled, and be not moved away from the hope of the gospel. You know, to continue. If you're continuing in faith, you know, in other words, if you're exercising your faith constantly, you cannot be moved from the gospel, yo. You will remain grounded and settled, yo. Understand? So the other definition was to maintain oneself. And I think that is going to take us to the scripture, Titus 3:8. It says, this is a faithful saying And these things I will that you affirm constantly. In other words, you exercise, constantly, that they which have believed in the Most High might be careful to maintain good works, to continuously exercise, their faith. By what? By good works. These things are good and profitable unto them, So it's a profitable thing to exercise your faith, continuously, constantly, in all holy conversations, All right. Another precept, let's see, I want to get is 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. Alright, it says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. In other words, always be exercising, always exercise your faith, don't just be saying things, praying and then having doubt after, being in situations and where faith is needed to get through it, and forgetting to call upon your power, or even calling upon your power but still having a little doubt, because of we wrestle with our carnal mind, our spirit wrestles with our carnal mind. We want to be faithful, but our flesh, sometimes it fights us. It forces us to see our fleshly tribulation, our tribulation only from a fleshly standpoint, instead of seeing it from a spiritual view, through which we can have faith in and full confidence, in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to get us through, and that is why we need to constantly exercise our faith, so we can be steadfast and unmovable, especially in the days to come, We're gonna need. That's why we have to exercise our faith now, because in the days to come we're gonna need so much faith. We're gonna need Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to get us through. All right, so let's get 1 Peter 1 and 15. We're going to start from 13. The point is in 50 now. It says, wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, be sober and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahushua Mashiach. As obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lusts in your ignorance. Why? Because you've learned the word, you've heard the word, and you're now exercising faith. You've heard the word and you believe the word, and now you're exercising your faith, Verse 15 says, but as he which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation. Be constantly exercising your faith, Alright, let's get our last precept. And I think, where is it? Again, I think it's verse, I think it's at James 1. Yeah, it says, but be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. Yeah, be doers, exercising your faith, by the way how you live, through how you live, don't just say you have faith, like live it, live it. Continuing, it says, for if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continueth therein, in other words, and exercise their belief in that law, their faith in that law, which is the words of Yahweh Hashem Shai, because scripture says, if a man speak not of this law, it's because the light is not in him. That light is Yahweh Shai, which comes from Yahweh. So our praises to Yahweh Hashem Shai, and we have to continue therein, continue it therein. He being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, but he exercises his faith, not just aware, not just a person that knows that he's a Hebrew Israelite, but he's a person who is out there day out, or weekly, week in, week out, doing the work of the Most High. This man shall be blessed in his deed. Yeah. So be ye exercise your faith. Yeah. I hope this lesson was edifying. Once more, let's give our praises to Yahweh, Bashem Shai, Bashem Kodash, the blessings to the apostles and areas of Greatness Stone. Shalom to all true worshippers.